Are changing in the state of Indiana, and the impact of those changes will be seen not only statewide but also here in Tippecanoe County.
News 18's Elizabeth Rentschler joins us now live from the Tippecanoe County Courthouse with more on what changes you can expect. Elizabeth.
These changes are part of the massive overhaul coming to Indiana's criminal code this year. It's actually the first time in 37 years the code has been completely rewritten. Tippecanoe County Prosecutor Pat Harrington says while these changes were needed, he says they're still far from perfect. Major changes are coming to Indiana's drug laws. Changes, Tippecanoe County Prosecutor Pat Harrington says, include reducing the penalties for serious drug offenders by about 25%.
So whether you're caught dealing 3 grams or 300 grams, which is $30,000 approximately depending on the drug, you can still get a suspended sentence, walk out of jail on probation.
Harrington says he's worried the changes will create an open corridor leading people to the Hoosier State and Tippecanoe County for the wrong reason.
We're concerned that will open the state up to those people who transport large quantities of drugs and just start basically marketing larger amount and improving their distribution lines.
Harrington says the new law also gives drug addicts the opportunity to seek treatment instead of spend time in jail. While he agrees they should have that opportunity, only $11 million has been set aside for treatment across the entire state. He says that's simply not enough.
Marion County spends about $6 million a year on animal control, animal issues, and so we're spending $11 million throughout the state for drug addictions.
The new law will also sentence Class D drug felons to county jails instead of the Department of Corrections. Tippecanoe County Sheriff Tracy Brown says it costs $37 a day to house just one inmate, and more offenders back in Tippecanoe County means more money spent.
As the number of inmates in your census climbs on an annual basis, then our costs are going to go up.
Brown says out of the 6,800 inmates that visit the jail on an annual basis, less than 6% are actually booked on drug charges. But he says that stat doesn't do the drug problem justice.
Although that may not be the charge that they're arrested for, dependency to drugs and alcohol may be the factor that led to them committing some other crime.
And I think this bill is going to put even more pressure on the public to continue to be engaged in community safety and to be aware.
And Pat Harrington urges anyone who suspects any sort of drug activity in their area to contact the We Tip hotline. And he wants to actually give a shout out to the community because Tippecanoe County is actually #1 in the country for We Tip hotline hits. So he says the community is doing a great job of keeping this a safe place to live, and he hopes it continues. Reporting live in Lafayette, Elizabeth Rentschler.